Welcome to Mushabbar. Today we are going to discuss about domain names. If you need to buy a domain name for whatever need you have, for example, if you want to build your own personal website, or if you want to build a website for your business, or maybe you want to build a complex infrastructure behind your domain name with multiple servers, multiple kind of complex applications you want to deploy, and you have really a complex infrastructure with multiple servers, multiple routers, multiple switches, load balancers, and so on. It does not matter. In all these cases, you need a domain name that you want to use to interface to the rest of the world. That will be your public identity. So from where you can buy the domain name, what are the best choices you have, what are the best options you have. I have listed here the top 7 best options that I think based on my professional judgment. There are not 7, not even 100, but thousands of domain name registrars from where you can buy your domain name if you need one. Some of these domain name registrars, they are very region specific or country specific. Some only provide services to the businesses. Among all those hundreds of domain name registrars, I think these are the best 7 options that people can use, both for their personal needs and also for their business needs. That does not mean that others are very bad. There could be some exceptional cases. If you know some exceptional case, some domain name service that is better than the 7, please let me know. Write your comments in the comment section under this video. You can basically pick and choose any from these 7 domain name registrar and buy your needed domain name. And there may not be a big or huge difference in terms of money. You are not going to save thousands of dollars, not even hundreds of dollars. You can save few dollars if you choose the best option. Plus, you can improve your security. Maybe security is more important than the money. So I have listed these 7 domain name registrars in order of priority, but it does not mean that there's a huge difference between number 1 and number 7. I mean, in some areas there is a huge difference, but for most people maybe it does not matter. So before we talk about these domain name registrars in more detail, let's first talk about the common mistakes that most of the people make when they are going to buy the domain name. Number 1 mistake that they do is that they want to do everything in hurry. They want to do everything quickly. So, and also they want to do everything easily. So normally they just buy the domain name from the same place which are providing the hosting services. So you can get the whole package from one provider. For example, from GoDaddy, you can buy a lot of things. So people just go to GoDaddy, they buy the domain name, and also they buy the hosting service. But I think you should not just buy blindly. You should think about what you need, why you need, what kind of services you can get, what kind of money you can save, what are your needs, and then you should pick and choose. And you should not give a lot of consideration if you need both the hosting service and the domain name from the same place. I think you should be flexible enough to buy these services, both the hosting service and the domain name from different places. And sometimes maybe you need to build your own hosting service. You need to build your web server from scratch. The second mistake that most people do, they don't think about WHOIS Privacy Protection. If you don't know about WHOIS Privacy Protection, then let me try to explain you. When you are going to buy your domain name, you are going to provide your personal data to the service provider. For example, your name, your phone number, your address, your email, and so on. And in most cases, this information, this personal information is published openly and people can check that information from the WHOIS service. Let me show you the WHOIS service. So if you look here, this is the WHOIS website. If you can enter here any domain name, for example, I have written ericsson.com, then you can see lot of information here. You can see phone numbers, their addresses, and so on. Maybe you don't want that everyone in the world should view this information. Maybe in some cases it is important. In Ericsson, it is important that people should know this website belongs to Ericsson, and if they need to investigate, they can make a phone call or they can send an email and so on. But maybe in your case, you don't want to display your house address here or your phone number here. You don't want that public should see that. Then you need to have, or you need to activate WHOIS Privacy Protection. But many people don't think about privacy protection, and later on when they understand this and when they want to enable WHOIS Privacy Protection, then it is going to cost a little more money. But this WHOIS Privacy Protection you can get for free. It should not cost actually. This should be there by default, and in some options they have this service by default. So this is the second type of mistake that most people make. They don't think about WHOIS privacy protection from the beginning. And the third one is about renewal fee. Some of the domain name registrars, for example, GoDaddy and also Namecheap and also some others, they do a lot of advertisement. They also offer a lot of discounts for the first year. So people end up buying their domain name from those registrars and they don't think about the renewal cost. Normally you buy the domain name on yearly basis and every year you have to renew it, and it is going to cost some money to renew it. Generally, if the discount is huge in the first year, you may end up paying more in consecutive years when you are going to renew your domain name. But if you are going to buy for only 1 year, then maybe it is good to get benefit of this discount. But if you are thinking long term, then maybe discount is not a big thing, and this discount will only, and you will only end up saving a few dollars from these discounts. So these are the three mistakes that most people do. Now let's talk about these domain name registrars one by one. Before I talk about them, I should remind you again that there is not a huge difference. You are not going to save millions of dollars, not even hundreds of dollars, but you are going to save some money, and also you are going to improve some security, and also you are going to have some flexibility. Also, it is maybe not very important which of them is the best one. I have given this order in terms of priority for me from based on my professional judgment. Cloudflare is the best one, and domain.com is at number 7. But there may not be a huge difference when it comes to just if you want to buy a domain name. So let's go through them one by one. This is the domain.com, number 7 at my list. And here I have just entered a random domain name here. If we want to buy this, it is going to cost around $12, $13. What is .com? Around $10. But then you can see here privacy protection. This is the thing that I am talking about. If you want to have a privacy protection, it is going to cost $9 more every year. But this you can get for free from other places. So if you look at GoDaddy, I mean, I have bought domains from the GoDaddy website, and it has a good service. There is no doubt about that. And they give a lot of huge discounts. For example, for this domain, I just entered like a random text. Then here you can see they are giving a discount, huge discount. You just have to pay $2 instead of $18 for this domain per year. But for the second year, there will be no discount. Let's look if you want to buy this, then this is how it's going to cost you. This is for the first year. And if you want to buy 2 years, then it's like this. There's no discount for the second year, and then there's no other discounts. And if you want to buy privacy protection, you are going to pay extra money. Let's look at that. Here you can see the full domain protection. They have different level of privacy protection, but the full domain protection is going to cost like $20. They are also giving some discount there. But this privacy protection you can get free, and also uh, the yearly domain name cost is a bit higher. You can get cheaper. Again, I earlier said that you are not going to save hundreds of dollars. You are only able to save few dollars. Okay, if you look at hover.com, this is also a well-known popular service. They also have additional features that they want to sell. The domain name registration cost is only $14, but they have a free WHOIS privacy service. So if you look at the domain.com, there is no, I mean, you have to pay for the privacy service. In GoDaddy, you have to pay for the privacy service, but here in hover.com, you don't have to pay for the privacy service. The cost of the domain name is much more. They have about $10 to $12, and here is 14 point something. Again, it's not a huge difference. And this is also one of the good place, actually at number 2 in my list. If I am not going to buy from the Cloudflare, probably I will buy from the Google domains. I think there are a lot of benefits you may get if you buy domain from the Google domains. Google has a lot of other services, and these all services are synced with each other. You can have very good administration if you're going to buy your domain name from Google. You can also assign administration tasks. You can authorize different people to do different jobs. So this is one good thing from Google domains. And also Google is the world biggest search engine. And if you are working with traffic management, maybe Google is the better place to buy domain name, because maybe you can understand the Google analytics and you can get some benefit from Google Analytics, and you can have better traffic management, and you can sync your domain name better with the other Google services. So this is also good place to buy. Maybe someday I will buy the domain name from Google domains. But today my best choice is Cloudflare. We will talk about that later on. Then Namecheap. Namecheap is also good place to buy the domain name. A lot of people are moving from GoDaddy to the Namecheap because Namecheap is a bit cheaper than the GoDaddy, and they also have free privacy protection. So if you don't want to buy from Google domains, maybe Namecheap is better place. A lot of people are buying domain name from Namecheap, but I am not going to buy from here. This is not my preferred place to buy. Then there is another provider, Porkbun. I have not used this one. I never needed to use it, but it has good offer. That's why I have this in my list. So this is also one of the good place to buy domain name. You can get it in a very good price. It is very competitive, actually maybe the best price. This is even better price than most others, probably the best price. But I am not going to buy from this place because I don't know much about Porkbun. I have never used it. If you like, you can buy your domain name from Porkbun. Lot of people are buying from this place. This is the first one on my list, Cloudflare. I think this is the best place to buy the domain name in the current environment today. But remember that things are changing. Things that are valid today may not be valid in the future, and maybe they were not valid in the past. So today, based on my professional judgment, in most cases, the best place to buy the domain name is from Cloudflare. They have very competitive prices. Actually, they don't earn anything. They have zero profit from this service. They are providing this service because they have other services and they want to get maybe more market share, they want to attract more people. Cloudflare is very popular among the security community. They have other services that they provide that people can utilize, especially from security point of view. If you want that your website should be highly reliable, works 24 by 7, zero downtime, very good security, then probably this is the best choice you have. Right now, we are not talking about using other services, but if you want to use other services provided by the Cloudflare, then you can do that. You can even use their services if you do not buy domain name from Cloudflare. You can have domain name from completely different service provider. You can have your hosting provider from another party as well, and still you can use some of the services of the Cloudflare to improve the availability of your website. But I think it is good to buy the service from Cloudflare. Even from the price perspective, they don't earn anything from this service. It is right now costing about $9, and they have advertisement somewhere that it is going to cost around a few cents more, maybe $10 or 9 point something in the near future. But from price point of view, this is also very competitive. On top of that, they also provide additional services that you can utilize. Those services you can utilize, as I told you before, without even buying the domain name from here. But I think this is the best choice, and I will soon buy a new domain name from this place, and I will make another video about that. I will do probably a live demo when I will buy that from here. So these are the 7 places that you have seen from where you can buy the domain name. I think I have covered all of them. Yes, I have covered all of them. And as I said to you, there is not a huge difference in terms of how much saving you can make. There is some difference in terms of what kind of additional features or services you can get from different providers. But those services was not the scope of this video today, especially from the Cloudflare perspective. And you can use Cloudflare even if you don't buy domain name from Cloudflare. You can buy domain name from GoDaddy. You can host your web service, for example, in Namecheap if they provide that service, or you can host your website on your local server at your local data center, and still you can use the service from the Cloudflare to have a high availability of your services. If you want to know more about Cloudflare, what kind of services they provide, how you can utilize them, what kind of benefits you can get from Cloudflare, then please write your comments in the comment section so that I know you need more information. Then I will talk about that. But the scope of this video was about only what is the best place to buy domain name service. And I think today in the current environment, the best place is Cloudflare, but all of these 7 places are good enough. You can use any one of them. And if you want to see the live demo of how to buy the domain name from Cloudflare, please look at my next website. Thank you to all of you. Goodbye. If you like this video, please share this video to the whole world. Spread this video everywhere. We are confident that this channel is going to have a huge impact. This channel is going to change some of the lives of the people. So please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon and stay tuned. Thank you to all of you. Goodbye.